All right, let's get to it now. We've got plenty of great news. Every week, every month that we do this, Jake, we talk about some sort of music news. I forget the second one. The first one was Powderfinger. What was the second one?
A different band.
A different band that we spoke about. Yeah, probably getting back together. Probably, us doing our recordings, Jake, for the I Am, You Are, We Are Australia ad on ABC.
It might have been that.
I love your cameo in that one.
Yeah, thank you. I'm the guy with the beard and the sticky up your hair. Yeah. You'll recognise.
Now, speaking of that, I downloaded a playlist during the week, the Double J new release music playlist, and up came this voice, and I was like, oh my goodness, that sounds like Peter Garrett from Midnight Oil. So I did the responsible thing. I pulled over the car to find out who it was, and I got the phone out, and I was like, who is this? This can't be Midnight Oil. They can't be making a comeback. And lo and behold, it was Midnight Oil making a comeback, Jake. They've done it.
They've done it. They've done it, and they've paired up with the Aboriginal musician Kalina Briggs. Kalina Briggs.
Who is that, Jake? I'm not going to pretend to know.
She's a musician.
Yes.
And she said she's joined in on the song produced by Midnight Oil, known as Gadigal Land.
Gadigal Land, yeah.
Yes.
And I heard it, and I thought it was pretty good. Welcome to Gadigal Land with the lyrics.
Yeah. So it's the first track released by the band in almost 20 years, and tells the story of Europeans arriving in Sydney Harbour in 1788.
Right, so Gadigal Land, I'm happy to admit I don't really know what that means. Is Gadigal Land is that what Australia was known? Like Australia was known?
No, it's the traditional name of the Sydney area.
Just this area, is it?
The Sydney area. I'm not sure whether the Blue Mountains also has but I think it's the Sydney CBD.
Right. Well, before I get any angry letters, I haven't lived here for very long, so
yeah. Traditionally,
I know this area, and I know the area of the school where I live, but I don't know the traditional name for. Right, so Gadigal Land is the name for the Sydney area.
Yeah, the Sydney CBD area.
Oh yeah, are the traditional owners of the Sydney CBD area? Okay. Oh, that's an acknowledgement of the country. Yeah, okay, so that's really good. It's a pretty ripper song. We might leave a link. I'll write a note here to leave a link to the song. So first song in 20 years. Peter Garrett, obviously known for I think maybe short of who was that footballer? Mel Meninga. He wins the record for the shortest career in politics, or one of the shortest careers in politics, and I think Peter Garrett comes next.
Well, Peter Garrett held a seat, I think, for a full term for all of the Gillard Rudd Prime Ministerships.
Was he in for quite a while, was he?
He was, yeah. Well, so he answered the call when Rudd was running in 2007. He reached out to Peter Garrett and said, "Hey, I need you to run. This is going to be a green prime ministership. This is going to be a green government. We're going to be doing all of, we're going to be a social justice government. We're going to end offshore detention. All of these things that Midnight Oil as an social activist band, and Peter Garrett as an activist himself had fought for, I suppose. Kevin Rudd was absolutely suggesting that he would fight for all of those causes, and as a consequence, Peter Garrett said, "Brother, I am in."
All right.
Probably not those exact words, but
no.
And he stayed in for it was about a term and a bit. So he stayed in for the Rudd term, and almost immediately after that term was ceded over to Julia Gillard. Gillard took it to an election, so it was it was probably a term and a bit.
Okay. Well, that's good. Okay, well, that's obviously longer than what I thought. I think I dropped out of interest by then, unfortunately.
Unfortunately, he didn't have a great time in
the Pink Bats thing.
Yes, he was the minister responsible for the home insulation scheme, one of the schemes that was enacted in order to try and stimulate the economy, stimulate building.
Right.
And stimulate, essentially it was a green initiative because, the more you have insulation in your house, the less you need to heat it with other means.
All right.
Anyway.
Well, that's not good news, Jake.
No, sorry, giving too much information.
It's
in
not
a
good
story
news.
that doesn't need that level of information.